Are you always coming up with ideas? Do you marvel at successful business owners? Do you hate being told what to do? Ever take things apart just to see how they work? Are you a dreamer? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Pro Tapes and Specialties is the world leader in tape manufacturing and specialty conversion with over 40 years of experience. In addition to our pro brand of high-quality specialty adhesive tapes, we provide contract converting services that help improve your profitability, streamline your supply chain, and reduce inventory cost. We offer the most complete range of converting capabilities in the industry, such as cloth tape, double-coated tape, specialty tape, paper tape, masking tape,
vinyl tape, carton sealing tape, adhesive transfer tape, duct tape, foam tape, electrical tape, filament tape, foil tape, reflective tape.
And the tape just keeps on rolling. Visit us online today at www.protapes.com or call us at 800-345-0234. Pro Tapes, it's just how we roll.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Entrepreneur Enclave, Life's Coming Attraction. I am your host this evening, Kevin Wortham. Listen, the stars are aligning this evening for this conversation, this interview. I've got my very dear friend and my neighbor on the phone. Brother Gene Bouie, talk to me. How are you?
I'm doing great, Brother Kevin. How are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. So I am so glad that we're getting this opportunity to talk about all things Trenton. So we're going to talk about the African American Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk about the school board, and then we're going to talk about, most important, this new referendum that's coming up that I think people really need to know the square deal about. And so I'm going to try to ask some questions, if I may, regarding that as well.
Yes.
But let's just get started. So
yes,
you are new to the African American Chamber of Commerce. What is that organization all about?
Okay, so yes, I am really new. I have the pleasure of serving the chamber that's been around for 15 years.
Yes.
The chamber has over 800 member organizations, so it's statewide.
Yes.
Doing some really exciting stuff for folks. A couple of things that immediately come to mind for me is, so as a member, there's an offer, an equitable small business initiative, right?
Yes.
So small businesses need access to capital. And so when you think about that, making loans, getting business expansion loans, the chamber has the resources that help small businesses get through that process. And in addition to that, they also offer technical assistance and capacity building stuff. So
awesome.
That's a really big deal. And then something that really hits home for me, because as you know, a lot of the brothers around do construction. And so one of the challenges that we find is that they have a hard time getting contracts.
Yes.
Because they can't get bonded, right?
Yes.
So the chamber also has a small business bonding readiness assistant program where they help you. You know, there's like this pool of money that's sitting there, and they help you get bonded. I think it's a really, really big deal.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. Just 2 weeks ago, no, it was even last week. There was a business leadership conference in Somerset, New Jersey,
yes.
and so the room was packed. And when you think about the access,
yes.
the access that the chamber provides to like major businesses, people like PSE&G, Bank of America, and the relationship is so tight. Back 5 years ago, I happened to have retired from ETS, so I set up a consulting business.
Yes.
And one of the blessings was a few weeks after I joined the chamber, based on the needs, I was a part of 10 chamber members who actually met with the president of PSE&G to pitch our offering.
Wow.
And so that's the kind of stuff, that the chamber is doing for folks. And then, it's all about leveraging relationships, right?
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. So Brother Jerry, one of my mentors used to say, relationships precede the work, right?
Yes.
So those relationships can be leveraged so that they benefit the whole, right?
Yes.
And so, tell me if I'm talking too fast, brother, because I really get excited about the work.
Listen,
but
you are talking at a right pace and a right speed. We got you, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So when you think about the chamber supports entrepreneurship, right?
Yes.
And so, you think about the big and small businesses. Well, there's a lot of opportunity for regular people like you and I,
yes,
that have exposure to entrepreneurship programs. Like
yes.
one that comes to mind is NJ MEP.
Yes.
That's one that I think Brother Lance Lopez.
Oh, yes.
He's about that. So it's about entrepreneurship in manufacturing, right?
Yes.
There's Brother Tracy Syfax is another partner with the reentry entrepreneurship program. So there's a lot of cool stuff being leveraged for people, but you just gotta, one of the things that we find very helpful is connecting people, right?
Absolutely.
So that we connect people to resources and resources to people, right?
Yes.
Because if we're gonna transform our community and make it contribute significantly to the New Jersey economy,
yes.
well, we need to leverage those partnerships. So
Absolutely.
check this out, like these best kept secrets, right? So there is a relationship with the chamber, with PSE&G. I mentioned them earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the PSG has a clean energy jobs program. And so basically, if you Google PSE&G Energy Jobs Program, there are jobs in clean energy that folks can get connected to.
Wow.
There are businesses, there's a lot of opportunities. Now, Bobby Unser, the race car driver, said that success is where preparation and opportunity meet, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you have to be prepared for these opportunities, but the opportunities are out there, and I'm so grateful to Brother John for hiring me. Let's say I've been on board. I came on board August 1st.
Yes.
We've been actually building the structure for the Training and Development Institute. So I'm the director of that
Awesome.
division, African American Chamber of Commerce. And so when you think about what we do, I use, if you ever look at any of my stuff, I'm a Venn diagram stuff,
yes.
because I believe in interrelationships, right?
Yes.
And so when you think about our strategy and that Venn diagram, the first priority is people,
Yes.
right? You can't have true economic development unless you help raise the people. Case in point.
Very true.
Poverty rate in Trenton, 28%.
Wow.
Trenton will never be what it's supposed to be until we affect that number and prepare or repair people,
yes,
so that they make money, they can buy homes, they contribute to the local economy, everybody wins, right?
Yes, sir.
The second circle, the interlocking circle, is around partnerships, right?
Yes.
So we leverage partnerships so that the whole benefits. And I'll give you a perfect example. You've probably seen a few of my posts about the scholarship opportunities at Mercer County Community College and Mercer County Technical Schools,
Yes,
right?
Yes, I have. Yes.
So what we're doing is right here in our city, we have Mercer County Community College.
Yes.
We have a number of programs, career technical education programs, right? Because the reality is less than 40% of high school graduates go on to some kind of post-secondary track, a university, community college, or technical schools.
Yes.
So there's a lot of young people running around doing absolutely nothing or working for pennies, right?
Very true.
So our job is to change their reality, right? So they have these career technical opportunities. And so what we've been able to do is to connect Mercer County Community College with an anonymous donor that actually pays for these scholarships. And I'll just give you one. This one still blows my mind, right?
Yes.
So if you recall, in the city of Trenton, we need building inspectors, right?
Yes, we do.
All right. So there's a building inspectors program offered at Mercer County Community College. It's only 2 months long.
Wow.
You come out with a certificate. But wait, the starting salary, the entry-level salary for that is $43,000 a year.
Wow.
So
Wow.
think what I'm telling you now, right? And
Yeah.
somebody's writing a check for that scholarship. I was talking with the dean over at Mercer this afternoon. He said they had 3 people. We did an event back in the middle of August, an information sharing. They had 3 people sign up for that program.
Wow.
Changes lives.
Yes, it
So
does.
when you think of poverty being so high in Trenton, people are hopeless, right?
Yes.
So what we have to do is inspire people and give them hope. But guess what? Nothing comes easy.
Yep.
So you just have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired and hungry, right? And do something for yourself. And so for us, it's connecting those resources. And lastly, of that Venn diagram, the last circle is around policy. We have relationships now with our legislatures. We need to leverage those relationships to break down the systemic barriers that hold us back. And so the reputation of the chamber, the hard work that Brother John and my colleagues over there, who are amazing.
Yes.
A handful of people are changing the world, brother. Partnering with our legislatures to affect change. So, and I'll just give you one, right? And this kind of, I'm just going to touch on it because it's got to do with the school district, right?
Okay.
But I just want to sprinkle. I'm just going to sprinkle a little seasoning on this thing, right?
Sprinkle,
to show you.
Sprinkle, brother. Sprinkle.
So you know that this year, the school district opened 5 schools.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
5 schools. Okay. So, everybody's been saying, we got very old schools, so we need those schools. But the SDA is not going to build a new school if you have schools lying around empty.
Yeah. Okay.
And the growth rate of students enrollments in the city is such that we attempt to reduce overcrowding in our schools because it makes for a better learning environment, right?
Yes.
But what that poses, the redistricting poses, is that most students are close enough within their area to walk to school, but there are some students that have to walk further than others,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so transportation becomes key.
Yes.
But the rules, the regulations say that we can't transport students unless they live over 2 miles from the school.
Wow.
2 miles in the inner city,
Yes.
in an urban city, is a lot different than 2 miles in a rural area,
yes.
right?
Yep.
So when you think about student safety, so can we? And I'm making this point because if you recall back in 2019, the board caught hell because we had to tier school openings. Remember, we moved the seniors, the high schoolers, to starting school at 7:30.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
We were being victimized by transportation vendors, and so changing that allowed us to purchase buses.
Wow. Okay.
So we have a fleet of over 43 buses.
Awesome.
And new buses that the district owns, where if the rule was different, if they could reduce that number, reducing it by 0.5 or something like that.
Yes.
Where we get, you know what I mean? It would make a huge opportunity for us. And the district is not, like, we don't have the problems that other districts have with transportation.
Yes.
We said we got sick and tired of being sick and tired, mm-hmm. and wasting all that money, mm-hmm. on transportation. vendors, and then the savings. Now, we just bought some buses. The savings actually facilitated the purchasing of the ninth grade academy building on Perry Street, and it cost $20 million, and we bought it cash.
What?
Yeah. So I'm just saying. But we got to get back to the chamber. I just wanted to sprinkle that because we need to leverage those relationships with our legislatures to drive change. And we're not talking about drastic change, right? I had a minister in the mosque. He was from Cleveland. We used to think big, and he used to say, brothers, by an inch, it's a cinch. Yeah. By a yard, it's too hard. Yeah. And so you know what I mean? That's how progress grows, right? Yeah, so progress, you got to move it a little bit. But getting back to the African American Chamber of Commerce and the Training and Development Institute. So we are, the chamber is statewide, and so you have to start kind of small. Remember that inch is the same thing.
Oh yes.
So our target cities for this first year are Trenton, of course, is our home, right? Mm-hmm. New Brunswick,
yes.
Atlantic City,
yes.
Camden,
yes,
and also Newark.
Wonderful.
And so our poverty rate is at 28%. In Atlantic City and Camden, it's over 30%.
Wow.
So anywhere that poor people need access to opportunities is where we need to find ourselves working. And so we're building a structure now. It's really interesting when you try to build something from scratch, right?
Yes.
And so you have to test it and control it. We had some great conversations with Middlesex Community College, Burlington County Institute of Technology, because partnerships. Remember that, right? It makes things happen. So I'll give you another quick experience. So the targets for the Training and Development Institute are, number one, high school students that have no desire to go to college.
Yes.
Right? Adolescents that are aging out of foster care and the juvenile justice system.
Yes.
Number three, inmates that are returning from prison. So remember what I talked about, UNSER, preparation and success?
Yes.
So intervening, having them be able to be prepared to go into some kind of certification, training, or entrepreneurship program upon release.
Yes.
So they never get a chance to go back to the life that they lived, right?
Yes.
And then unemployed and underemployed members of our community.
Yes.
And so, and then lastly, just adults who, are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they need to upskill, right? So they know that if they could pick up another skill, they could generate enough, an increased amount of money for themselves and their families. Mm-hmm. And so when you think about our work, and I'm having a ball, brother.
You should be, man. You should be.
Yeah, it sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
I'm having a ball building this thing only because I can actually see the work helping people. So about a month ago, what is this? Yeah, just about a month ago, so the end of October, I received a phone call from Joseph Halsley. So some people know Joe. Joe is he's the president of the James R. Halsley Foundation.
Yep. I know him. Yes.
You know him, right?
Oh, yes.
And so I've been really supportive of the work that he does because it's all around the youth in our community, right?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he has a program where he's teaching filmmaking.
Yes.
To young brothers in the juvenile justice facility in Burlington County.
Yes.
So he called me and he said, Brother Gene, he said, if we don't do something and help these babies, when they come out, if they aren't any better off, they're going to wind up going to prison now.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
18, I think the brothers were like 18 and 23. So I made a few phone calls. I connected Mercer County Technical Schools with this anonymous donor. We have 5 young brothers that are residents in Burlington County that are now going to Mercer County Technical Schools to get their certificate in carpentry.
Awesome.
They're being transported by the JJC.
Yes.
Classes 2 days a week. They drive them up, they drive them back. That's how we transform human life, brother.
Yes.
We have to have compassion for people, right? Because, the system, and I'm in the school district now, and I don't work, right? But the systems that we live under weren't designed for our success.
Yes, very true.
And so those who are wide awake and conscious need to re-engineer the systems or create workarounds for the oppressive nature of these systems, brother.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of people now, time changes things, brother, but if you're not conscious of the time and what needs to be done, then that's problematic. And so the real sweet spot and opportunity, as I see it, Brother Kevin, is as a part of the TDI, so I'll use it for short, TDI, is what we call the academy.
Mm-hmm.
And so the academy, and we're developing this now. Our prayers that we can launch it before Thanksgiving. It has 6 modules, and so that when we do intake, someone gets referred to the institute. We do an intake process. We look at where they are, where they've been, and their desired career track. But we also look at those things the other needs that they have: housing insecurity, food, mental health issues, and we do a referral out, right? Because people need support. And so when you think about this intake process, the first step is to go through the academy, the 6 modules in the academy: emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me back up.
Okay.
Workplace ethics.
Yes.
People don't know how to dress, don't know how to be on time, none of that stuff. I mean, I'm just honest. How would they know? How would you know unless you've been taught, right?
Exactly.
So workplace ethics. The second is emotional intelligence.
Yes.
You have to know yourself.
Yes.
And you have to understand the world in which you live and how to relate to others.
Absolutely.
Critical thinking. When people think differently, they make better choices.
Hey, Gene.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask a question first.
Yes.
So,
yes, sir.
How does this program go about recruiting? Is it right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to laugh, brother.
Why?
I'm sorry to laugh, brother, because so we have a list of agencies,
yes.
right? That we are going to start. It's going to be marketing, so
okay.
there'll be social media marketing.
Yes.
There'll be flyers. We're going to do a thing. We're going to have a monthly program. We were going to use the empowerment hour, but the chamber already has an empowerment hour. So we got to come up with a tune. And so we'll actually make folks aware, using digital means and general referrals, like like churches, right? Yeah. So we got a bunch of churches. I have a great relationship with Brother Pastor Taylor at Friendship. I have an amazing relationship with Brother Pastor Charles Boyer at Mount Zion. And so it's through the people that are serving the people in our community that we engage to get referrals. So that's our first pass. It's going to be much more sophisticated as that, but remember that by inches a cinch kind of thing, right?
I'm with you.
Okay? So the next module is communication. So you need to know, and so we're not talking about nouns and verbs, right? We're talking about structuring emails, effective email etiquette, those kind of things.
Yes.
How to communicate effectively to get your point across to sell yourself and to sell your ideas. And then there's resume writing. Yes. Because, once you go through this process, the academy, the training certification, it's going to be time for you to get employment.
Absolutely.
Well, you have to have a tight resume so that you differentiate yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
And then lastly, interview techniques.
Yes.
Because, you know, a lot of people, I've interviewed a lot of people in my professional career. I've been, in management and leadership about 48 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so people fail because they don't know how to interview. They don't know how to sell themselves in a behavioral interview situation, because people want to know how you think and how you react to circumstance.
Yes.
So we're going to teach that. So those are the 6 modules of the academy. We're actually building them now.
Okay.
And I am like so excited, brother, because what happens is if we give them a knowledge of themselves,
yes,
we teach them discipline,
yes,
respect, organization,
yes.
collaboration. They increase their chances of being successful, brother.
Now, Gene, brother
yes.
Gene, I love what you're saying, but one thing that just keeps coming to my mind, right, is
Yes,
exposure and takeaway. What I mean by exposure, I would love to see some of these workshops that you're creating, right? I'd love to see them take place away from Trenton. Give you an example.
Okay.
A lot of our people, you know, youth and adults, they have never been away from Trenton. They don't know what darkness looks like, right? And so quite a few times I've taken a lot of youth and adults up to Blairstown.
Yes, sir.
Close your eyes and think with me just for a brief second. What would it look like if we were to take some, or if your organization were to take some men and women for a weekend exposure training up to Blairstown, where they're sleeping in log cabins, they're cooking their own food as a team, but they're also in the daytime coming together to work on those specific projects that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's some innovation, brother. So I have to agree with you, Brother Kevin. We need to think differently about solving problems, right?
Yes.
Because if we don't, we're going to be in the same rut.
Absolutely.
And you know what's really crazy about that? I recall, so you know, Brother Bruce Boyd, Brother Stacey Heading, right? So those are my brothers, right?
Yes.
And so the thing that they do with taking our young brothers out of town to expose them is amazing. The effect that it has on psychic, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
So you're spot on with that idea.
Yeah.
You're spot on. Spot on.
No. So again, let me just share this with you. So I've done some work with Bruce. I've done some work with Stacy. All centered around entrepreneurship. So the idea is there. What we need and what perhaps you need is just the vehicle to really bring this particular project to fruition.
Yes, sir. And you know, so I think that like right now, we're in the process of design of a microsite off of the Chamber's website, specifically for the Institute, which is going to give us a chance to invite people in and to see our particular offering. You'll see from me over, you know, like I started with Mercer County Community College, Mercer County Technical Schools. You'll see from me over the next few weeks through social media, because, you know, we have a lot of social media groups around Trenton, right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Leveraging those sites to post electronic posters. Like, check this out, right? So here's the best kept secret. So I want you to think.
Okay.
I want you to think carefully on this, brother. So in a city with over 28% poverty, it is clear that literacy is a problem.
Hold on just a second, please. Hold on.
Okay. And so what you're going to see over the next few weeks from me are electronic flyers about all of these opportunities, so that we connect people. And then my ask is if folks see a flyer from me that talks about these entrepreneur programs or the Mercer County Technical Schools programs or the Mercer County Community College programs, that we share those. And the point that I was trying to make about poverty and Trenton is it's probably being driven by literacy issues, right? People can't fill out a job application. Well, so you have a large audience, brother. Did you know that Mercer County Community College has a free literacy program?
I did not know that. I did not
It
know
is
that.
absolutely free, brother. Peg Gould is the director of this program, and so they do literacy, they do English as a second language,
Yes.
they do GED certifications. All this stuff is downtown where people could get to it.
Wow.
And so my job in the chamber as the executive director of the institute
Yes.
is to, remember I said it earlier,
Yes.
connect people to resources and
Yes.
resources to people, because therein lies the transformation of our communities,
Yes.
brother. If we get people's head right
Yes.
and the life get tight, we
Yes.
all win, brother.
Now here is a challenge for you now.
Yeah. All right. Yes, sir.
My church is downtown Trenton, right?
Yes, sir.
And right across the street from the church, there is the Veterans Park, which is right across the street from Dunkin' Donuts. So you know where I am.
So exactly what you're talking
Right?
about. Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
these young men and women, they're all able-bodied. I think some of them would like to work. So this is what I'd love to see you guys do. Create a street team. Because no matter how many podcasts you and I are on or we create, some folks just don't have the wherewithal to get that information. They want
absolutely.
it, but they don't know how to get it. So a street team will allow you to have a few men and women, maybe 3 hours a day, to hit different pockets, different corners, and talk to our brothers and sisters. Say, listen, did you know that Mercer County Community College has a ESL program? Do you know we have a literacy program? Because they're first of all, if they can't read, they're not going to see this on Facebook, even though they
right?
So we've got to go even deeper, right?
Sir.
We've
Yes,
got to go
sir.
even deeper to engage our brothers and sisters who we want to see and be a part of these opportunities. Now, I'm gonna mess this.
Yeah. Check this out. So this evening, I was over at Donnelly Homes giving out flyers about Mercer County, the career technical scholarship program. That's where I was this evening.
Awesome.
So yeah, you got to put feet on the street, right?
Yeah.
And know for me that Mercer County Community College has a responsibility to the residents of Trenton to make them aware of the work that they have. And so they're right there down. Why aren't they hiring people to go out and do exactly what you described, brother? Because what good is it if people don't know about it, right?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
So that's the dealio with that. You mentioned I could touch on some of the school district stuff. I think I did a little bit. And then we have to talk about the referendum. So what would you like to?
Well, before we get to the referendum, did we say everything that we needed to say about the African American Chamber of Commerce and what you are in charge of now?
Yeah, I got two more things to say.
Come on, man, talk to me.
I got two more things to say. The first is if you are a small business, you are starting your own business.
Yes, sir.
You need to become a member of the African American Chamber of Commerce of New Jersey.
Yes.
You do yourself, your business, your family a disservice by not connecting yourself to the expertise and resources that the Chamber of Commerce offers you. You know, we're the only black one in the state.
Yes, sir.
we are accredited, brother, by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
We are for real, brother.
Yes,
and so everyone, if you got a skill and you say, I'm sick and tired of working on this job, I've been on it for 15 years, they don't treat me right, and I've been doing this little hustle thing on the side, you need to join the chamber. Go to the website, AACCNJ.com, look up membership. There's a phone number you can call and talk to our membership team so that they can tell you the goodies, because there's different levels. But you need to do yourself a favor, because I think Brother John, the CEO, always says, "Together we are stronger."
Yes.
Together we are stronger.
Yes.
So that's the first thing. You should join the chamber.
Yes.
The second thing is, if you are a successful business or a successful organization, the chamber is a 501c3.
Yes.
we get donations like everybody else get donations.
Yes.
So the work has been done. 15 years, a heck of a reputation.
Yes.
Donate to your chamber.
Yes.
If you're small and you only got nickel, dimes, and quarters,
yes,
and you want to help the people who are trying to help you in the community in which you live,
yes,
donate to the chamber.
awesome.
So those are the 2 points that I would like to make.
No.
And I mean, I'm so excited by God, right? By God blessing me.
Yes.
I've told Brother John when he interviewed me, because I've retired twice already. I told Brother John when he interviewed me, I said, well, Brother John, I only got 5 to 7 more years. He said, brother, I only need 5. So and if we could get this thing built and productive in 3, guess what? Then me and Mama going to drink virgin pina coladas on the beach somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to make sure that happens. But
yes, sir.
But you, as they say, are you finished with that point? Because I want to help you introduce the next point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's about it. I mean,
sir.
folks should go to the website. All the information's on the website. Attend the chamber event. You get your most information because it's networking that makes us all better, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm so glad you asked this question, right? So we've got these certifications. So let's say that there's a group of brothers. There's 5 of them, right? And they're like down, right? And so they live in Trenton, and they graduated from Trenton Central High School in 2021. Well, we got a relationship with Mercer County Technical Schools where you could go out there and you get one of these certifications for free. Okay. So let's say that you got 5 brothers. One goes for carpentry, one goes for mason, one goes for plumbing, one goes for HVAC. Guess what you got, brother? You got a business, man.
Yes, sir.
Pull the resources and your energies to Trent. And look, Trent's got a whole lot of abandoned houses, brother.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So that was the last point on the chamber. So let's get this, brother.
So now we're going to literally switch hats, because now you're going to put on your board member hat, because you're also a board member for the Trenton Board of Ed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready now. Talk to us.
Okay. So I think the place to start with this conversation, Brother Kevin, is why Brother Gene serves on the Trenton Public School Board. Okay. So I was appointed in October. This will be my 6th year. I was appointed in October of 2016 by Brother Mayor Eric Jackson.
Yes.
And before I joined, before I said yes, so I talked to my family. Because family has to come first. I prayed on it, God's really first, but absolutely. I talked to family, and then I called a regional minister, and I said, brother Kadir, what would the minister say about me joining the school board, to be on the school board? And so brother Minister Kadir said, well, Brother Gene, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad called the public school system the killing field. Wow. Because these young, bright babies, go into a school system and it literally drains the life out of them. Yes. It takes the brightness out of their eyes.
Yes.
Then he went on to say to me, he said, Brother Dean, the minister said to us that supporting Black independent education is right and noble. However, the majority of Black children attend public schools. Yes. So we should use our knowledge, skills, and abilities to transform the public school system. Yes. And then the very last reason that I decided to serve, brother, was because I had 3 great-granddaughters attending Trenton Public Schools. Gotcha. I had skill in the game. I had skin in the game. Yes. You know what I mean?
Literally.
So that's how I got here. Okay. And brother, this journey has been long and arduous.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and it's a volunteer. It's a volunteer position, right?
Yes.
And so I was just figuring out just the other night, sitting here just before the board meeting. So it had to be Sunday night because I need to prepare and do all of the reading for the board meeting. How many hours do I spend a month?
Yes.
Volunteering for the school district.
Yes.
I come up with 12 hours a month, and that 12 hours a month is based on board committee meetings.
Yes.
It's based on attending the board meeting. Yes. I am the chair of operations and finance committee, so I lead that. I'm also on the operations committee. I'm also on the negotiations committee. And then there's those general conversations that we have with the superintendent, right? Because he's our only employee. And so, there's always good to touch base with him. But every week, every other week at max, we get a complete update from the superintendent of what's going on all over the district. Wow. So that we know what's going on. Because when I first got on the board, brother, they put my picture on the Trentonian, right?
Yes.
And every time I stop right on Olden Avenue, somebody would point their finger at me. And it's you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They start asking questions, right? And the worst thing you want to do is not to be able to respond to the people when they need to know. So we actually get updated. In a case of emergencies, we get text messages from the superintendent. So communication has been the key to our success. And I'm telling you, brother, I don't care what anybody says. I have witnessed progress.
Yes.
So when I first got into this, and you remember, brother, Dr. Frederick McDowell,
yes,
who folks we chased out of Trenton, right?
Oh yes.
One of the conversations with brother, it says, so where can we be in 10 years if we do the right things right? Mm-hmm. Right? This is the question, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to analyze where we are, determine where we would like to be. So I'm a process guy. So you got the as is and the should be, right?
Oh, yes.
And fix everything in the middle, right? So so I'm over halfway there, brother. And so the reason I'm saying this to you is because when we so the Department of Education measures the productivity of a school district through CUSAC scores, quality system of accountability, right?
Yes.
And those CUSAC scores are in financial, operations, or governance, HR, and facilities.
Yes.
Those are the 5 measures. So, did I say I said curriculum, right? Teaching and learning. Did I say?
You just said that now. You just said that now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So teaching and learning. So when in 2017, when we got the CUSAC scores in teaching and programs, I think that's the correct term. Our score in that category was 27%.
Wow. And what should
the
and
target?
what should it be?
Wait, I'm going to give you the target. I'm going to give you the target. The minimum is 8. Did you hear what I just said to you, brother?
The minimum is 8.
80.
80.
And we were at 27 in 2017.
Oh, wow.
You hear what I said to you, brother?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Last summer, when we got our CUSAC scores for teaching and programs, our score was 70%, brother.
Awesome.
Went
awesome.
From 27 to 70, brother.
Yes.
Did you hear what I said to you?
I'm listening. Yes.
All right. For finance, the minimum score is 80. We're at 100, brother.
Wow.
For governance, the minimum score is at 80. We're at 95, brother.
Wow.
Now, so we're going to keep walking, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In 2019, I think it was, and I could be maybe 2018, 9 district schools came out of status.
Okay.
What that means is they're no longer under the eye of the Department of Education.
Yes.
They come out of status. They had improved, right?
Yes.
In 2020, the district had a state monitor, brother, for years.
Okay.
In 2020, the DOE took the state monitor away, brother.
Wow. Awesome.
I'm just telling you. And then I talked earlier about the acquisition of the 9th grade academy for $20 million cash.
Yes.
Didn't ask the taxpayers for a dime.
Yes.
Fleet of buses that we were being victimized by transportation companies, brother.
Yes.
We are now, what the minister, the message used to say, do for self. We doing for self, brother.
But Brother Gene, let me stop you. Now,
yes, sir.
So first of all, I am honored and thrilled that you are allowing me, the Entrepreneur Podcast, the Entrepreneur Enclave podcast, to share your story. But
Yes,
what
sir.
other modes of communication is this wonderful information going out through so that the parents can hear this, so the parents understand, the rest of the community can understand that?
Brother, the problem with the so remember I talk about systemic barriers. Remember I talked about business. Well, brother, school districts can't hire marketing companies and marketing firms. It's against the law. It's against the regulation, brother. Because years ago, people were stealing money and hiring their cousins.
Yeah, but here you go. But here you go. You teach your seniors how to do their own marketing. You do a course and let them do it. Come on now.
It's coming, brother. Because we got 5 learning academies, right?
Yes, sir.
So all that is happening.
Okay.
Like I don't know if you've noticed that have you noticed that events you see our students taking pictures and doing filming and video and stuff? Man.
Yeah, okay.
That, brother. We're going down that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'll be the first person to tell you, brother, we still got a very, very long way to go.
No.
We got a very way to go.
You got a long way to go, but this gives an incentive that you can do it.
Yes, sir.
This makes for exciting times, right? That people want to stand behind Gene, right? And want to cheer you on as opposed to stand behind you and cut your neck off.
Yeah. So it ain't Brother Gene because check this out.
Yes, sir.
On the school board,
yes,
one member is nothing. We have to act as a group. All
Very
decisions is the group.
Very
but
true.
I have skin in the game.
Yes.
I am the chair of the operations and finance committee.
Yes.
So I speak from knowledge, and I have a great granddaughter in the Trenton public school system. So when I advocate, our role as board members is to advocate for our students, advocate for our children and our employees, right?
Yes,
so you'll see me always advocating for the people that matter to me, right?
Yes.
So now there's still an area for me that is that needs focus.
Okay.
There's really that is the special education.
Yes. Okay.
It's been a problem for us forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe it was in 2019 that we actually collaborated with ETS, and they brought in their process team to do a root cause analysis on special education, to get to the root cause of the problems and create an action plan to fix them. That action plan is continuing to be implemented over time. So it's unacceptable to see wrong and leave it as wrong. You got to try to make it right, right? Mm-hmm. So that is, these are facts. I've done multiple op-eds and listed out all of this stuff, so you can find it. If you Google Gene Bouie op-ed, you'll see. You'll get them all. And I've been getting them all, brother. And I'm almost infamous, brother. But I'm a transplant to Trenton. Yes. I moved down here 15 years ago, brother.
Okay.
Trenton has wrapped her arms around your brother.
Yes.
The people of Trenton have accepted me as their brother.
Yes.
And so I'm going to advocate for Trenton all day long. But I'm also going to tell Trenton when they're wrong, because that's what brothers do, right?
Yeah.
If we're a family, right? I'm supposed to tell you like I would expect you to tell me.
Now,
so anyway.
Now, where are you a transplant from, Gene?
I'm Newark. I'm from Brick City, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Brick City. I know it well. Yes.
Yeah. I graduated from Weequahic High School in the Southwest.
Yeah. I used to do some programming up there with the Ready Foundation with the Boys and Girls Clubs. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I was a member of the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
I played JV football for them.
Ray Chambers. Remember Ray Chambers?
Yeah, man. Look at small world, brother.
Yeah.
Small world.
Absolutely.
Small world.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
So now we got to get to what's going on right now, because people aren't aware. I was at a meeting last night with a dear friend of mine. He is a very successful Trenton business owner.
Yes.
I mean, And so I asked him, I said, do you know that there's a referendum on the ballot to move to an elected school board? And he looked at me with this look. I'm a smart cat too, man, right? He's really smart, right?
Yes.
And he looked at me and he said, huh?
Wow.
And he said, so what's that? So I realized that there are a lot of people
yes.
that don't know what's going on,
yes,
and people know what's going on. So allow me to share
Please.
what's happening right
Please.
now, because it affects Trenton. It affects children immediately, but it affects Trenton long time.
Yes.
So a year ago in March, a resolution was brought before the city council to move to an elected board.
Okay.
Voted down by 4 votes.
Okay.
A year later, last March,
Yes.
it was brought up again. So I got to ask this question, bro. I'm going to ask it in front of everybody so everybody know where I stand on it.
Yes.
Why would such a dysfunctional group of people want to move from an appointed board, which means the mayor appoints,
Yes.
so he collects resumes, whatever his process is for determining who sits, he sits, they sit for 3 years. Why would folks that haven't made any progress want to put at risk the children? The most valuable asset in this city is our children. Why would they bring it up again? And one of the council members, I'm going to be nice, so I'm not going to name anybody. No, because I'm respectful, right?
Yes.
And I don't know what drove the decision. And so, because I don't have the information they have, I won't sit in judgment.
Yes.
But now, in November, on November 8th, on the ballot is a question whether we want to move to an elected school board. I'm telling you, say no.
Gotcha.
Why do you say no, Brother Gene? For all the reasons I just spent 10 minutes talking about.
Yes.
And if you could guarantee me that by moving to an elected school board would accelerate improvement and performance of our babies, then that's a whole nother conversation, but nobody will guarantee you that, brother.
Yes.
And did you know that in 1988, Mayor Holland and the voters of Trenton decided to move to an appointed school board?
Okay.
That decision was made, brother, in 1988. There's an article in the Times. Google it.
Okay.
Elected school board in the Times, and read the article. So if it wasn't good then, and we're making significant progress now, why do we want to go back to that, brother?
Yes.
If people haven't attended a school board meeting, it is professional,
Yes.
respectful,
Yes.
deliberate,
Yes.
focused, and productive.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
people come in and they actually have challenges with the district, so they come and they voice.
Yes.
But the trigger is now the superintendent ensures somebody goes to find out what's going on so we can fix it. It's about fixing problems.
Yes.
But so I'm saying to you right now, I'm saying to everybody who's listening to this,
Mhm.
do your homework.
Yes.
So here's a question that I have for you. Did you know, now we've had, I forgot to say this, I've been on the board 6 years, I had 6 superintendents.
What?
I wanted to float that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So 2 superintendents ago, we started a strategic planning effort
Yes.
with the community and stakeholders and parents and teachers and administrators to do a 5-year strategic plan,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And out of that work was released with the second superintendent. As he was going out, it was released. So when we interviewed and hired Brother Superintendent Earl,
Yes.
we actually had him tell us how was he going to drive that strategic plan in the first 80 days of his administration.
Okay. Okay.
All right?
Yes.
So now he comes in with a plan. He's a brilliant brother
Yes.
and talented, man. So he comes, the work was done. And so remember I just said that we've had 6 superintendents in 6 years, brother.
Yes.
Look at the progress we've been able to make, brother,
Yes.
in the last 4 years. And we've had different superintendents every year, brother. But it's the plan. You plan your work, you work your plan, you make necessary adjustments and improvements, and you move on.
Absolutely.
For everybody, just go to the district website, go to the Trenton Board of Education website,
Yes.
click on Board of Ed, go to the district, you'll see the 5-year strategic plan. It is in both Spanish and English.
Yes.
There are 5 goal areas. Read them.
Yes.
Read them. You have to know. The risks are too high for you not to engage
Yes.
in this work. Because if we move away, so it's not really whether the board is elected or appointed, it's the people that sit in the seat.
Yes.
So if you have a service-minded person sitting in the seat, and you have the option of a politically oriented person sitting in the seat,
yes.
who's going to do the bidding of those who put that person in office, which one would you choose?
Yeah.
The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that you don't have to condemn a dirty glass of water. You put a clean glass of water next to the dirty glass of water, and the dirty glass will condemn itself.
Yes. Yes.
So I think it's important that you do your homework, folks, before you go in and make a vote. You're entitled to vote your personal conscience.
Yes.
But as we teach people in critical thinking, you don't want to make emotional decisions.
Yes. Well,
you can't make a decision like that based solely on emotion.
One of the things for me, and I don't know if we've talked about it, I don't know if we spoke about this before we did the interview. One of the things for me was looking at the number of people every 4 years that come out to vote for the normal mayor at large. I mean, I think there's 92,000 people in the city of Trenton. The last election, we had between 88 and 10,000 people to come out.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So what would that look like if you went to an elected board? Now every board member is going to have to raise money. What would it look like for them to now run also? So I'm just looking at it from that standpoint, but I understand what you're saying. While you guys are making great progress, let's not stop it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. And then, so I'm not a politician, brother. Yes. Someone made a wisecrack. Well, you could just run. I'm not here to be elected because of the politics. I'm here to serve.
Yes.
I'm serving right now. Mm-hmm. I spend 12 hours a month serving. I've been doing it for month over month, year over year for 6 years. Why? Because it's needed.
Yes.
Trenton is small enough to be amazing, to be in a model for other urban districts.
Yes.
Right? The city itself is small enough. It's the capital city of the state. Yes. If we if we transform the school district with these fabulous homes that we got in the city, people we got a $155 million high school.
Yes.
A $20 million ninth grade academy. State of the art. There's other cities that would die for that opportunity, brother. Yes. So people would move here, buy a home that would bring income, increase the tax base, because the city will rise and fall on the school district.
Absolutely.
And so that's what it's about for me, brother. Mm-hmm. Brother Kevin, I'm just so grateful for this time to talk to you, and I hope I've been helpful in sharing information, because it's, they say knowledge is power, but that's not the case. Knowledge empowers.
Yes.
And so we need to empower people so that we could pool our resources. Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a wise man. He said, know yourself.
Yes.
Love yourself.
Yes.
Respect yourself and your woman.
Yes.
Do for self.
Yes.
And pool your resources for the betterment of the collective self. That's
Love it,
the
man.
community, right?
No, I think with the conversation this evening, Brother Gene, you were very informative, very, I don't want to say succinct, but you covered all your points, but you've expounded on them. So I think anyone listening and anyone who will listen will walk away with a better understanding of the school board referendum and also the great work you're doing with the African American Chamber of Commerce. So you
I bless you, brother.
yeah, job well done, my son.
God bless you, brother.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless
Yes, sir.
brother Kevin. I mean, and like it's really amazing. So I want to give a shout out to Trenton. Can I just give a quick
Take
shout
the
out to
time,
Trenton?
man. Take the time. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Yes, sir.
And I have in the past 15 years,
Yes, sir.
I have met some amazing people
Yes, sir.
doing some amazing work.
Yes, sir.
And they do it, and in almost all cases, they don't do it for the recognition or, as the scripture says, to be seen of men. They do it because it's required. The fraternities, the universities. I mean, Mill Hill. What is it? I mean, there's just so many. I could go on and on.
Yes, sir.
But the work that's being done in this city, I would just like to ask. Remember, I talked about unity and pooling resources.
Absolutely.
We could probably save more people if we stop working in silos
Yes.
and collaborate to save more people.
Yes.
The greater our project and opportunity is,
Yes.
leveraging each other's strength, right? Where I'm weak, you're strong. Where you're weak, I'm strong.
Yes.
We increase the opportunity to do better for the people who we say we love.
Absolutely.
So that, I just salute you, Trenton. God bless y'all.
Yes, sir.
People talk about us. Listen, I used to go to these board conferences, things that people would be talking about Trenton. I used to spank some behind, brother. Oh, what are you talking about? Listen, Trenton was made in America. How you gonna hold a victim accountable for the condition it's in? So Adam, brother. And I said, but watch us. Look at us. 10 years from now,
Yes,
we're gonna be the world.
and you being part of the leadership team, we're going to be such, Gene. We're going to be such.
All right, brother. Love you, brother Kevin,
Love you,
man. This
love
was
you, brother
nice.
Gene.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening.
Absolutely. Let's stay connected. Let's talk and text.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace now.
See you.
Yes, sir.
That concludes another episode of The Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. We hope you found this episode informative and enlightening. If you have any questions or comments about any of our episodes, please call 609-731-9311 or email kevin@minding-our-business.com. We look forward to joining us for our next one. Until next time.